Top 96 Benjamin Franklin quotes. Whoever would overthrow the liberty of a nation must begin by subduing the freeness of speech. Diligence overcomes difficulties, sloth makes them. A good conscience is a continual Christmas. Life is a kind of chess, with struggle, competition, good and ill events. I am what I am and that's all that I am, and if I'm supposed to be somebody else, why do I look like me? We must all hang together, or assuredly we shall all hang separately. If a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. Silence is not always a sign of wisdom, but babbling is ever a mark of folly. 'Tis a great confidence in a friend to tell him your faults, greater to tell him his. It is better to let 100 criminals go free than to imprison one innocent man. Wine is constant proof that God loves us and loves to see us happy. When in doubt, don't. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. The best of all medicines is resting and fasting. Fear not death, for the sooner we die, the longer we shall be immortal. The only certain things in life are death and taxes. I look upon death to be as necessary to our constitution as sleep. We shall rise refreshed in the morning. By improving yourself, the world is made better. Be not afraid of growing too slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. In the affairs of this world men are saved, not by faith, but by the lack of it. If all printers were determined not to print anything till they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed. My refusing to eat meat occasioned inconveniency, and I have been frequently chided for my singularity. But my light repast allows for greater progress, for greater clearness of head and quicker comprehension. Watch the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. God heals, and the doctor takes the fees. Energy and persistence conquer all things. He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. How many observe Christ's birthday? How few his precepts? Oh, it's easier to keep holidays than commandments. Well done is better than well said. Democracy is 2 wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote. A long life may not be good enough, but a good life is long enough. Be civil to all, sociable to many, familiar with few, friend to one, enemy to none. An education is the investment with the greatest returns. Make yourself sheep and the wolves will eat you. Speak little, do much. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. The person who deserves most pity is a lonesome one on a rainy day who doesn't know how to read. There are 3 things extremely hard: steal, a diamond, and to know one's self. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation, and only one bad one to lose it. A republic, if you can keep it. Flesh-eating is unprovoked murder. Common sense without education is better than education without common sense. Many dishes, many diseases, many medicines, few cures. Constant dropping wears away stones. We need a revolution every 200 years, because all governments become stale and corrupt after 200 years. The early morning has gold in its mouth. Anyone can complain, and they should have the right to, but if you want to see change, you must act. Actions speak louder than words. Don't complain about things, change things. If passion drives you, let reason hold the reins. Where liberty is, there is my country. If Jack's in love, he's no judge of Jill's beauty. How many observe Christ's birthday? How few his precepts? What I am to be, I am now becoming. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. The problem with doing nothing is not knowing when you're finished. Nothing but money is sweeter than honey. The borrower is slave to the lender and the debtor to the creditor. Common sense is something that everyone needs, few have, and none think they lack. For the best return on your money, pour your purse into your head. If gymnastics were easy, it would be called football. 10% talent, 90% hard work, energy, and persistence conquer all things. A spoonful of honey will catch more flies than a gallon of vinegar. There will be sleeping enough in the grave. Guests, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. Those who sacrifice liberty for security deserve neither. When you are good to others, you are best to yourself. Security without liberty is called prison. If you have time, don't wait for time. 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Industry, perseverance, and frugality make fortune yield. Never trust a government that doesn't trust its own citizens with guns. Take a coin from your purse and invest it in your mind. It will come pouring out of your mind and overflow your purse. Distrust and caution are the parents of security. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that don't have brains enough to be honest. Waste neither time nor money, but make the best use of both. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. All mankind is divided into 3 classes: those that are immovable, those that are movable, and those that move. Search others for their virtues, thyself for thy vices. Take time for all things. If you do not exclude them, in less than 200 years our descendants will be working in the fields to furnish them substance, while they will be in the counting houses rubbing their hands. I warn you, gentlemen, if you do not exclude Jews for all time, your children will curse you in your graves. The best investment is in the tools of one's own trade. A brother may not be a friend, but a friend will always be a brother. God heals, and the doctor takes the fees. La pereza anda tan despacio que la pobreza no tarda en alcanzarla. Outside Independence Hall, when the Constitutional Convention of 1787 ended, Mrs. Powell of Philadelphia asked Benjamin Franklin, "Well, doctor, what have we got, a republic or a monarchy?" With no hesitation whatsoever, Franklin responded, "A republic, if you can keep it." The man who trades freedom for security does not deserve, nor will he ever receive either. The noblest question in the world is, what good may I do in it? Let each new year find you a better person. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. Write your injuries in dust, your benefits in marble. There is no good war or bad peace. Fart for freedom, fart for liberty, and fart proudly. The best thing to give to your enemy is forgiveness, to an opponent, tolerance, to a friend, your heart, to your child, a good example, to a father, deference, to your mother, conduct that will make her proud of you, to yourself, respect, to all others, charity. If you want a thing done, go. If not, send. Man is a tool-making animal. A word to the wise is enough, and many words won't fill a bushel. Better slip with foot than tongue. A good example is the best sermon. People willing to trade their freedom for temporary security deserve neither and will lose both. We are all born without knowledge, but curious. With curiosity we should be able to learn as much as possible. With curiosity, it has to take a lot of work to remain ignorant. Lend money to an enemy, and thou wilt gain him, to a friend, and thou wilt lose him. Who is strong? He that can conquer his bad habits. The best doctor gives the least medicines. If you would persuade, you must appeal to interest rather than intellect. How do you become better tomorrow? By improving yourself, the world is made better. Be not afraid of growing too slowly. Be afraid of standing still. Forget your mistakes, but remember what they taught you. So how do you become better tomorrow? By becoming better today. Idleness is the Dead Sea that swallows all virtues. I would advise you to read with a pen in your hand and enter in a little book short hints of what you feel that is common or that may be useful, for this will be the best method of imprinting such portcullis in your memory. To be humble to superiors is a duty, to equals courtesy, to inferiors nobleness.